We are at the Yas Marina circuit for round 12 of season 2 of the SCRL Red Bull Formula 1 series for the Abu Dhabi Grand Prix. Tonight we are making history. Yes, I said tonight. For the first time ever in the Formula 1 series division, we are going to be having a night race. Once again, the SCRL having and making history. We are making history tonight by having the first ever night race. Be very interesting to see how these cars handle racing at night. The number 3 of Marcus Asachi will lead next to the green flag. Start beside him is the number 5 of Richard Torres. Rest of the starting lineup for tonight's race. Be very interesting to see what happens here at Yas Marina. In Season 1, we did not race at this track. So the first time ever at Yas Marina is a night race. Round 12. Of course, in the last round at Spa, Zachary Fitzwater Sr. scored his first Formula 1 Series win. The race before at Magny-Cours, it was Nick Kennedy finally scoring his first win here in Season 2. Of course, Yas Marina. This 3.5-mile road course at Abu Dhabi. So who will go down in history as the first ever winner in the Abu Dhabi Grand Prix? Now for those most famous words in motorsports.
Drivers, start your engines.
The field is rolling off. First ever Abu Dhabi Grand Prix, first ever night race in the Formula 1 division. See how this track handles these cars. You got Red Bull and Ferrari on the front row. Six laps is tonight's distance. Everybody having a clean start. Go under the hotel. Marcus Asachi driving for Team Red Bull Racing. Trying to turn that team's season around. Toro Rosso has visited victory lane this season, but Red Bull has not. They will go into the final turn. There we go. Pull them belts tight. We are racing 6 laps here at Abu Dhabi. And there's a green flag. We are making history here tonight. As we always do in this league. Off into turn number 1. Sasachi will clear Richard Torres as his teammate Gordon Smith tries to follow through. But Greg Torres fighting hard on the outside, now inside. But Gordon Smith makes his way through. Sasachi starting to pull away already. Battle for position, Bryson Hill trying to go around Tanner Hill, and does. But look at Carter Friesen trying to make a move on the inside. He will have the preferred line. As we go into this turn. And we will head down this long backstretch. It is very long, as you can see on the screen. Back for position. Steve Larker trying to go around Trevor Collins. Still side by side as we head off towards this turn. This is sometimes where they jam up. Ooh! Nope, they're able to make it. Look at Nick Kennedy making a move. He doesn't want to finish last here at Abu Dhabi. And he is making the pass on Riley Spurley-Tube, our championship points leader. So Riley Spurley-Tube has dropped from 14th to what would be 18th. So he's lost a couple of spots. You see Steve Locker still trying to go around Trevor Collins. Back up front, Gordon Smith still holding off Greg Torres. Torres goes a little bit wide off the track. That's all right. No penalty for Richard Torres. You just gotta love the background of that hotel. The purple lighting. I'll take the stats off right there. That is so neat. The guy that made this track, thank you, because this track is awesome. And we'll head under the hotel. Look at that beautiful lights. Greg Torres still trying to get around, but not enough. You gotta wonder if there are any team orders from Red Bull for Gordon Smith to hold off Richard Torres. You never know in Formula One. Sometimes teams are a little bit shady. But leading the first ever lap at Yas Marina is Marcus Sassachi. So that'll be a trivia question down the line. Who is the first ever driver to lead a lap in the Formula One division at Yas Marina? It'll be Marcus Sassachi. And currently trailing the field right now is David Suleiman. Driving for Toro Rosso. In front of him, Joseph Huffman. There's Sebastian Torres. He coulda, woulda, shoulda won Monaco, but smacked the wall on the last turn. Well, coming to the last turn, and allowed Tanner Hill to move on by. Nick Kennedy's not been the season he wanted to defend his title. He has scored several points, but he's just like not been as dominant. To be fair, nobody's been dominant this season. Zachary Fitzwater Sr. finally got the monkey off his back and scored his first Formula One Series win at Spa. He is out of points range right now, but this season is already a win for Fitzwater. He won a race, his wife won a race in the Formula 2, and his son also won in the Formula 2 division. So it's been a successful Formula division for the Fitzwater family. So now you got the two Team Red Bull cars, 1 and 2. Gordon Smith held off Richard Torres for long enough to allow Marcus Sassachi to pull away. And this is what Marcus Sassachi needed. He needed a good finish here at Yas Marina if he wants to keep his championship hopes alive. See, let's take a look. Of course, Marcus Sassachi is our race leader. We go under the hotel. This is so neat. That is amazing. That is simply amazing how the creator of this track put the lights on the hotel. That is amazing. Look at that. But anyway, Cassie Dent trying to move past Sebastian Torres. This will be for 18th. Nope, not enough. Rice Pirelli 2, our points leader, currently still outside points range. But so is his closest challenger, Zachary Fitzwater Sr., who's currently in 12th. Remember, F1 rules dictate that the first 8 drivers receive points, not the first 9. So currently Patrick Smith is in the last spot to receive points. In front of him, Tanner Hill, Tony Newman, Bryson Hill, Richard Torres, Carter Friesian, Gordon Smith, and Marcus Sassachi is in a world of his own. He's got a 6-second lead thanks to Gordon Smith blocking for him for the first 2 laps. And Sassachi looking to make history. Be the first ever driver to win at Yas Marina. And the first ever driver to win a night race. Looks like everybody's settled in mostly. Oh, Nick Kennedy trying to go around Trey Wright. This will be for a position. This will be for 15th. It'll be outside points, but it'll be a moral victory. Going around another driver. And Kennedy still battling. We are just about to reach the halfway point of this race. It's still battling. Kennedy's not giving up. But neither is Trey Wright. Both former winners in this season. And Trey Wright will keep the position, but Nick Kennedy's not giving up on the inside. Kennedy showing the fire and desire that he had in season 1. That gave him the championship. And Kennedy will make the pass on Trey Wright, so move Kennedy up to 15th as we go under the hotel once again. Zachary Fitzwater still in 12th. Pretty much this race was decided on the very first lap of Gordon Smith blocking Richard Torres. And it has allowed Marcus Sasachi to build up a 8-second lead. Currently trailing the field is David Solomon, driving for Toro Rosso. It's been a very calm race. Bronson Hill trying to get a run on Richard Torres. Richard Torres is still trying to rebound after being held up by Gordon Smith. And right now, it'll be a 1-2 for Team Red Bull, which will boost that team's confidence. They've had a horrible season, aside from Tanner Hill winning for Toro Rosso earlier in the season. Of course, Toro Rosso is basically Team Red Bull, I think in French. Yep, everybody's settled in to ride it out. And if a caution comes out at this point, the race will be over, so it doesn't matter for Team Red Bull, because they will get a 1-2 finish. 1-2 and 1-2, 7. One, 2, 7, and 22nd. So, well, 3 out of 4 cars, not that bad in the race. It's hard for every driver to get a good finish. Let's look at Patrick Smith for a second. I think he is the only driver yet to score points this season, and he's currently about to score 1. And of course, that's if Trevor Collins has anything to say about it. We go under the beautiful hotel here at Abu Dhabi. And here at Yas Marina, they do not allow for drivers to drink champagne when they win a race. The winner will drink rose water. So Marcus Sasachi will get to enjoy that if he can drive around for 2 more laps. He has a 9-second lead over Gordon Smith, who's being challenged by Carter Friesian and Richard Torres. "22 drivers had a chance of making history. Marcus Sasachi is well on his way to being the first ever winner at Yas Marina. Battle for last. You got Joseph Huffman trying to keep David Solomon right behind him. You got the 2 team cars, Jack Halleck and Zachary Fitzwater, Sr. Steve Larker in the Mercedes in 10th. You got Trevor Collins, Patrick Smith, Tanner Hill in the Red Bull Toro Rosso entry, excuse me. You got Tony Newman in the Haas entry. Bryanson Hill. I'm not really sure what team his car is. Richard Torres, of course, a Ferrari, the very iconic and historic red car. Carter Friesian in 3rd. team car to Nick Kennedy. Currently, he will get a podium, barring nothing happens to that car. Gordon Smith, of course, follow team orders, we assume, to block Richard Torres. And then allow Marcus Sasachi to pull away to a huge lead. And Marcus Sasachi has not looked back since. I think Sasachi is trying to go for the biggest margin of victory in the Formula One division. As he will head into the final turn, making sure there's no caution, it doesn't matter. White flag, 1 lap to go for Marcus Sasachi. Can he make it back? He has a 9-second lead. No one's challenging anybody else for any other position. They get spread out pretty fast here. The lead is now 10 seconds. Ricardo Friesen dives it on into turn number 1. Not able to get around him. Back up front to Marcus Sasachi. Coulda, woulda, shoulda won a championship in the Rainbow Dash Truck Series, but of course, I'm pretty sure he's tired of hearing me say this. He got crashed out, cost him the championship. Tried to rebound here at Yas Marina. Went 11 races without a win. And barring anything happening on this last lap for him, this will be a huge day for Team Red Bull Racing. No battles for position. Marcus Sasachi making his way down the backstretch for the final time. A long-time veteran in this league. He's had some ups. He's had some downs. Tonight, he will make history. He will become the first driver not only to win at Yas Marina, but he will win the first ever night race in the SCRL Red Bull Formula One Series. Ironically enough, his team is owned by Red Bull. His sponsor is Red Bull. The sponsor for this series is Red Bull. Is it a coincidence? Maybe. Is it a fix? No. But he did have team orders from Gordon Smith to block Richard Torres earlier in the race, and it will pay off very well for Marcus Sasachi as he comes off the final turn. He's going to do it. Marcus Sasachi will come down this long front stretch, score his first career win. Marcus Sasachi wins the Abu Dhabi Grand Prix at Yas Marina. And finishing 11 seconds behind will be his teammate, Gordon Smith. Carter Friesen, Richard Torres, and Tanner Hill. Here are the race results. Marcus Sasachi scores his first career SCRL Red Bull Formula One Series win. Second is his teammate Gordon Smith. Third, Carter Friesen. Fourth, Richard Torres. Fifth, Bryanson Hill. Sixth, Tony Newman. Seventh, Tanner Hill. Eighth, Trevor Collins. Ninth, Patrick Smith. And 10th is Steve Larker. That's your race results. That completes our first ever night race here in the Formula One Series. We will take you to victory lane for the very first time in his career with the number 3 of Marcus Sasachi. Here are your point standings after the 12th race of the season, the Abu Dhabi Grand Prix at Yas Marina. Riley's barely 2, but still our points leader. He has a 5-point lead over Tanner Hill. Third is Zachary Fitzwater, 6 points behind. Fourth is Ty Dent, 8 points behind. And fifth is Colin Jobberg, 11 points behind. Sixth is Carter Friesian. Seventh is Sebastian Torres. Eighth, Trey Wright. Ninth, Marcus Sachi with the win, gained 5 spots. 10th is Joseph Huffman. 11th is Jack Halleck. 12th, Roger McLaughlin. 13th, Season 1 champion Nick Kennedy, 24 points behind. 14, Tony Newman. 15, Steve Larker. 16, Gordon Smith. 17, David Solomon. 18, Bryson Hill. 19, Richard Torres. And 20th is Cassie Dent. 21st, Trevor Collins. And last is Patrick Smith. That is your point standings after the 12th race of the season at Yas Marina. We'll next see you at race number 13 at the Circuit of the Americas for the United States Grand Prix. And until then, keep the hammer down, and we'll see you at the track.